It's March, and you know what that means. It's time for tournaments. So we are having a tournament of the greatest one-liners of all time. Welcome to another episode of Talk Talk Punch. Thank you so much to both our audio podcast and our YouTube viewers for joining us. I am Brody, joined by Tudong Dylan.
Hey.
And the Doc Brown of this DeLorean, Charlie Hickman.
Whoa. I don't have a good Doc Brown impression. You got to warn me in these. I got to practice. Whoa.
Marty.
If you like what you hear and you want some more of us, you should check out our Patreon, where you can get exclusive content about topics that you won't see here on the main channel. And you can find more information about that in the description below. And if you haven't already, we'd love it if you subscribed and hit that notification bell so you can come back here every Wednesday to hang out with us and have some fun, because this one's going to be a doozy. It's the greatest one-liners of all time. What do you guys think of this? You guys excited for this?
It's gonna be hard. I think this is gonna be difficult, but we have the right number of people here so that we'll never stall out on a decision here.
No ties here. No ties.
No ties.
No ties.
Roads. Where we're going, we don't need any roads. You get the jowls. You can get those jowls going.
True. All right.
Every quote will come with an impression, so we'll don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of bad impressions, a lot of bad accents. You know,
hey, that was a perfect Doc Brown. I know what you're talking about. That's like perhaps the best Doc Brown impression that's ever made its way onto the internet. I got a little bit of a cold, so that's the only thing.
So in normal tournament fashion, it's going to be single elimination. We're just going to go down the line here. We're going to see. Top. So to get right into it, first up, we have Frankly, My Dear, I Don't Give a Damn. And Houston, We Have a Problem. What are you guys thinking?
Well, if it was a one-liner, something that's snappy, something I'm going to say to somebody, I probably would not say Houston, we have a problem, but I probably would say that I don't give a damn. My dear.
Unless you were in Houston.
But then even if I wouldn't I be talking to the whole city and then everybody's going to be like, oh, we got the problem? We've got the problem? No, bro, you've got the problem. Yeah, I can't go along with that. I can't go against an entire, city. That's preposterous. And then you got NASA and they're Houston somehow. No way. I give it to Gone with the Wind. I'm going old school.
So somewhere out there's a young child who was named Houston, who for the rest of their life will hear Houston, we have a problem, like constantly, and every single person will think they're the first person who ever thought of how clever it was to say that to that poor kid. I'm also gonna lean here with the snappiness of the Frankly, My Dear, I don't give a damn. I think I've probably said that more times in just kind of everyday conversation than I have Houston, we have a problem, with the exception of maybe every now and then when a diaper is really bad.
Oh, then Houston, we do have a problem. Yeah, touche.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you guys. I think that. All right, next up we have Here's Johnny versus I'm King of the World from Titanic. So here's Johnny, obviously from The Shining.
Anytime I have actually kicked down a door, I have never walked in and been like, I'm king of the world. I've always been like, here's Johnny.
Oh, I always say I'm king of the
world. They run away and all that kind of thing. They'd probably just laugh if I said I'm king of the world. They'd be like, oh, really? You're going to pay for the door. But no one's ever said that when I've said, here's Johnny.
See, every time I kick down a door, I scream, I'm king of the world.
Interesting. Are you going with that one?
No, I'm going with Here's Johnny.
Hey, I'm gonna need a real moment of honesty from the two of you. Have you guys taken a King of the World picture in your lifetime where you're doing the Jack and Rose, where you're holding the hips and someone's doing the arm extensions? No.
And then you're doing the no, never.
Charlie, unless I've done it with you, I don't think I have.
I have done it with several of my male friends. Always hilarious. Shelly and I have one from when we were overseas, back in the day. So I've got a handful, but usually I think I might be Rose in every single one. So Um, but
She
keeping
was
it fresh.
prettier,
All right,
too,
well,
so it makes sense.
then it doesn't matter what I think. Let's move Johnny on forward. No suspense.
Right. All right. Next up, you're going to need a bigger boat and to infinity and beyond. Little piece of trivia here. As I was building this, I copied the quote and copied, you're going to need a bigger boat. And I was like, I think that's wrong. Because I think it's, we're going to need a bigger boat. Because I feel like that's what everybody says. And I went and I actually watched the clip and I was like, oh my goodness.
Did you also know that was him like kind of ad-libbing? Like he ad-libbed that line? They didn't like throw that in. I guess he did throw it in there.
Yeah. You're going to need a bigger boat.
This is a hard one. They're both iconic lines. I think that I'm going to go with the boat for my vote. Vote for the boat.
Tudong?
Yeah. It's tough to go against Jaws. Jaws is such a great movie. I'm going to go with that one too. Besides, I've actually gotten into people's faces and actually poked them right in the chest, looked up at them and been like, you're going to need a bigger boat. And they're what the hey? But I have never gone up to somebody's face and been like, to infinity and beyond. No, but I should, I really should.
I agree. I think it's a better line. I think to infinity and beyond is a cool phrase, but
cool phrase.
Not as cool as you're gonna need a bigger
boat.
Yeah.
All right, let's give that to Jaws.
It's gotta have a little bit of sarcasm on there. Dripping with a little bit of sarcasm.
Okay. Ooh, this one's a tough one. Go ahead and make my day from Dirty Harry.
Sudden Impact?
Sudden Impact, yes. Versus I'll Be Back from Terminator.
I'll be back. You gotta do your Arnold. Brody, you got such a good Arnold.
Yeah, you do,
I'll
Brody.
be back. No.
Go ahead.
Maybe it was Dylan. Dylan, you do your I'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah, he's a lot more
way better than mine. Way better.
Your Arnold's always like mid sandwich.
He's very upset.
Got like a little cookie monster in there. Cookie.
Go ahead, make my day.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm going with I'll Be Back.
Yeah, I figured you would. You know what? I'm going with Go Ahead, Make My Day. I'm going Clint.
Oh,
Clint for the
Charlie, who do you love more?
Am I choosing between Arnold and Clint, or am I choosing between Brody and Dylan? I don't.
And Clint, or just the lines.
Or just the lines. Okay, well, all right. Well, that simplifies it. If I'm choosing just between the lines, they're both great lines. I gotta go with I'll Be Back.
Makes sense.
I've turned this into my dad is a conductor and he loves bad puns, and so I wrote him a card once and I made up a bunch of bad musical jokes, and one of them was Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger getting ready to go to a costume party, and Stallone's like dressing up like Mozart, and then and Arnold Schwarzenegger's like, I'll be back.
That's good. That's good.
So I'll always just picture Bach's face on Arnold Schwarzenegger's body whenever I think of this quote, which I photoshopped. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
All right, next we have I Am the Law from Judge Dredd, the Sylvester Stallone one.
I do like your Sylvester Stallone.
Versus
Dylan, come on.
Here's Looking at You, Kid.
I am the law. Yeah, I gotta go.
Wait, it looks like he had a stroke, man. Come on.
It's like the Elephant Man.
Adrian, I mean, I gotta fight the fight, and the law is the law. Wait. I am the law. I am the law. I'm going with I am the law. It's fantastic. I like that line a lot. That's just it's so ridiculous and how he says it, and he says it so much. His blue-eyed contact lenses. Beautiful. That's my pick. I am the law. That's a one-liner. I've walked up again. It goes with the Dylan getting into a person's face like test. I can walk up to him and poke him in the chest like Charlie does and say, I am the law. Yeah, that's the way to go. I like it. That's my pick.
I actually have said that to my kids when they argue with me about rules around the house. I am the law.
It's such a bad movie.
I mean, Here's Looking at You, Kid is a good one-liner.
Is looking at you,
I don't
kid.
know. I don't know. Charlie, what are you choosing?
Casablanca? Have you guys seen it? Because it's actually like watching it. It's a good movie with good performances. But thinking about it, you're just kind of like, it seems so boring. When I watched it, I was shocked. Humphrey Bogart gave a good performance. Claude Rains is a genius performer.
I've actually seen that movie. I don't see a lot of the black and white movies, but I've seen Casablanca. You know what? Just to make it interesting, I will go with Here's Looking at You, Kid, and let Brody be the decider. It's fun to stress Brody out.
I think Here's Looking at You, Kid is a good line. I think if I'm just going off of one-liners, I'm going to go with I Am the Law.
Especially since
Sweet. We're gonna keep. Got to keep the Sylvester Stallone impression in play. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, You Had Me at Hello versus Hail to the King, baby.
Oh, you put him against. Okay, well, you know what I'm voting, and I love "Hail to the King, Baby." It's a great line, it's a great delivery. But you got the best line, one of the best one-liners of all time from the best movie of all time. I'll have what she's having. It works in any situation.
No. This is You Had Me at Hello.
Oh,
yeah. I'm like, what? Whoa,
I'll have what she's having is coming later.
Oops. I don't know where. I don't know. My brain just like went on a vacation while you were reading that.
I said it. You had me at hello.
He did. I mean, you made a good argument still. I was like, wow, I know he likes this movie.
It's so good. It's just going to work its way up.
You had me at hello is such a forgettable line that I forgot you even said it. I'm going to go with Hail to the King, baby.
Yes.
Hail to the King, baby. I agree. That's a great.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. I was like, I mean, it's a good movie. It's a really, really good movie.
It's funny because I was like, I didn't realize Charlie liked Jerry Maguire that much.
Oh, I do love Jerry Maguire. It combines two of my rom-com and sports, like done well. Oof. And my boy Tommy in there, Cuba. Oh, good stuff. But no,
very good stuff.
All right. Next, we have Keep Your Friends Close and Your Enemies Closer. That's from Godfather Part 2. And This is Sparta.
Well, I know which one Dylan's gonna pick. Brody, what's your thoughts on these? Make it interesting.
I know Dylan doesn't like this just because Zack Snyder directed it. I like 300. I like Gerald Butler. I think this is a cool line. Gerald? What is it? I've always said Gerald.
That was Gerard Butler.
Oh, Gerard Butler. Yep, I read that.
I'm like, who's this Gerald Butler guy? Did you
Gerard?
See this?
I'm the understudy, Gerald Butler. I didn't work out at all for the 300, but I'm ready to film whenever you guys need me.
Gerard Butler. I'm sorry, I misread it.
Okay, so first off,
I'm going with This is Sparta. This is Sparta.
You can't go after you completely miss up the guy's name. You can't.
No.
It was like Janine Butler. I love it when she said that line. This is Sparta. No.
It's a great line.
One-liner.
Yes, it's a one-liner. Of course
it's giving directions, bro. You can't sit there and poke somebody in the face and say, hey, you know what? This is Sparta.
No, but you can kick him in the chest and say, this is Sparta.
I know this is Sparta.
You kick him in the chest. You don't poke him in the chest. You kick him right in the chest and you say, this is Sparta.
Now, you poke him in the chest and you say, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Hey, yada.
I know, it is. I do.
Winning.
I am going against Godfather Part 2, which...
Sacrilege.
His best line, by the way, his best line, I hope he wrote that line, because then that's his best line. Giving directions. I don't know if you realize the town you're in, but this happens to be Sparta. What? This is Sparta? I took a wrong turn to Albuquerque.
I mean,
Dylan, are we putting you down then as keep your friends close? Is that...
Bingo.
Can you give me a Michael Corleone?
This is when he was on his cusp. He wasn't quite yelling. He was starting to. He's just like, It's tough to do because I want to do it like Marlon Brando. I'm like, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. You got to do this kind of a thing, like this is blooming right here. This is blooming.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Friends close, but your enemies closer. Just like that. It blooms. That's what he did.
Yeah, this is like one of those like back in the day when like Facebook was a thing, and people would have like the quote, but then it'd be like attributed to like Sun Tzu or something. It's like misattributed quotes. This is a great this is a great line. I'm gonna go with Godfather here. Sorry, bro.
I know it's true. I think it is a better line. I was just trying to
kick the door down and be like, "P.S. This is Sparta."
I just wanted to make Dylan
Janine
mad.
Butler.
All right. Next up, You Talking to Me versus Yippee-ki-yay, mother effer. I don't want to actually say it. Mother effer.
This is a hard. This is hard. This might be the hardest one yet.
Yeah, this is tough.
No, yippee-ki-yay. This is easy.
You talking to me? You talking to me? That's such a great, like, that's such an iconic, and not only like you hear the line, and you immediately can picture the face.
It's true. It's true.
You get Bobby D, the delivery. What was your TV edit of Die Hard back in the day? Did you get like Mother Father? That was the one that I got.
Oh.
Yippee-ki-yay, Mother Father.
Remember, wasn't there like a Mother Falcon or something like that?
Could have been, yeah.
I think there was something with a falcon.
Falcon with a cap on it. Yeah, I don't know.
TV is not censored for that line ever.
So Brody's going yippee. What do you?
I'm going yippee-ki-yay.
That would have been a way better line delivery.
That's a genius line. You could totally Charlie style poke somebody in the chest and say that to him.
Which one did you pick? I'm sorry. What do you pick?
Which one are you going for, T-Bone?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee-ki-yay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Then moving on. I couldn't hear. I was.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Poke him in the chest.
Okay.
Poke him in the chest.
Next up, say hello to my little friend, and then get away from her, you bitch.
Here's the interesting thing about this is that one is shockingly over the top. The entire scene is over the top. He is sitting there doing handfuls of cocaine with huge guns and grenade launchers. It's like a Schwarzenegger movie with drugs. But then you have that line where you're thinking to yourself, Queen's gonna eat Newt. Boom, just like this. And there is nothing. And as soon as you think to yourself, nothing, you hear that those robot sounds. It's like, get away from her. And you're just like, oh. I'm going to go with that one. Surprisingly, I'm going to go with that one because I remember when I first heard that, I was just like, whoa. Yeah.
Really cool moment in the movie.
And that's a great line. You can... I don't think I've ever poked anybody in the chest and said that. I said, say hello to my big friend, not my little one. But I have definitely poked him in the chest and been like, get away from her, you.
So this is where I'm landing on this. Like, it's a fantastic line, fantastic movie, great moment. But out of context, if you just said this to someone, like, it's such a benign, like, just like phrase, like it wouldn't necessarily iconically click into like that movie. Like, you would just think, like, if you said this to your wife, Brody, or
say hello to my little friend. I say that to her all the time.
No, get away from her. Get away from her, you bitch. If you just started saying that all the time to people out in the street, or at the local market or whatever, like, it wouldn't have the same kind of funny reference that like, say if you were like I don't know, if you're out the grocery store and someone's ringing up and you're like, and you pull out your credit card and said, "Say hello to my little friend," and they might think you're an idiot, but they wouldn't be like, "Oh, I'm so offended by that." Whereas like, she's scanning your thing and you're like, "Get away from her, you bitch."
Now,
Hello from aliens, right?
Wait a second, hold on. I think you should say both of the quotes neutral like you did, because you said the first one, "Get away from her, you bitch," very neutral. But then go ahead, like you're at the store and you're like, "Say hello to my little friend." They're gonna call the police.
You have the credit cards. Say hello to my little friend. But anyway, I'll just to make it interesting, I'll go with say hello, so that we have one of each, and Brody is once again deciding.
I'm going with because I would be much more comfortable being like, "Stay away from her, you bitch," even if there was nobody else there. If I'm just saying it to one other person, they're like, "I'm staying away from who?" And I'm like, "Doesn't matter." But I am not going to be like, "Say hello to my little friend." No.
I don't know why you saying it like that. You're just now you're just trying to make it sound.
Say hello to my little friend.
Hello. I'm trying to do it the exact opposite of Tony Montana.
You want to know why they call me Two Dogs? Say hello to my little.
No, I did not say that.
I implied it, but I didn't say it.
Say hello to my little friend, I think, is a great line, and it's totally quotable. But man, get away from her, you.
From one of your favorite movies, bro.
One of my favorite lines from one of my favorite movies. It's such a so good, especially the way that she says it. So to walk up, poke somebody in the chest, say that.
That's the real test when it comes to one-liners.
I'm gonna give it to
the king, baby.
All right, done.
Okay, next we have, "I've come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. I'm all out of bubblegum." Versus, "Why so serious?"
Oh wow! Ooh!
Good.
That's tough, bro. That's.
Okay. So here's my thought. The bubblegum one is great, and I love it, and it's fun to say. It's also quite long. It verges on like almost past the one-liner to like two-liner.
You know what? I'm gonna go two-liner in that case. I'm going with bubblegum because I'm all out of bubblegum. And let me tell you, both of these you could say poking somebody in the chest, but the bubblegum one, oh, it's just gonna drive them nuts. "Come here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum." Yeah, I gotta go with that. Heath Ledger, forgive me.
So here's also my struggle is I need to separate the movie from the line.
Great line. It's such a great line. Yeah, I'm going bubblegum. Give me my bubblegum because I'm all out of bubblegum.
You know what? And when I separate the movie from the line, I think I need to go back. I think "Say hello to my little friend" is a better one.
What?
I think it's a better one line. I love that moment. I love that movie. But "Say hello to my little friend" is like pretty iconic.
That's what I'm saying.
It's also probably can't get you arrested.
Well, the way you were saying it.
Yeah.
Changing it.
That's instant jail. You could just grow a little mustache and you're
that makes me sad. That's one of my favorite lines from.
Wait, no, you didn't have to go back and change it.
Disrespect is your own thing, bro.
Can I read? While you're thinking about all this, can I read you a Roddy Piper quote?
Sure.
About whether or not he ad-libbed the line. He said, "Yeah, I couldn't tell you what it really means either. It was one of those, Roddy, you've got bullets on you, you got a shotgun, you've got sunglasses, you go into a bank, you're not going to rob it, say something, action. I'm all out of bubblegum. Lunch, that was it. No more than that. I know, it's crazy." That was his quote about saying that line. That is my pick. That is a fantastic one-liner, and it started a whole craze. It was like Duke Nukem had a version of that. Like I'm here to to kick ass and take names, and I'm all out of names, or whatever.
Yeah.
Your ass is grass and I'm a lawnmower. There's like a whole generation of like bad insults centered around that. That's a great line.
I think and that's where separating the movie from the line.
Yeah, not a better movie. Not a better movie. Although
Okay.
underrated movie.
All right, Charlie, here it is. So we have I Am Your Father versus I'll Have What She's Having.
You had me at hello. You had me at hello to my little friend.
What was the first one?
I Am Your Father.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think I've ever thought to myself, I'm going to walk up to somebody and Charlie poke somebody in the chest and say, hey, let me tell you something, bub. I'm your father. No, I'm not going to do that. I am going to say, I'll have what she's having. Yeah, that makes sense. I like it.
I teach music lessons. I've had a handful of Lukes. And with each of the Lukes that I have, I feel like at one point in time I've just broached the subject to them. Is your dad a Star Wars fan? And does he say to you, Luke, I am your father? And they've always kind of nodded and said, yeah, like they've
really.
And if the dad said that, he'd be wrong. And he's not a real Star Wars fan because that's not the quote. It's not Luke, I am your father. It's no, I am your father.
Yeah.
I would shame that dad.
No. If you've named your kid No, then you're a true Star Wars fan. I am gonna go surprisingly here with I'll have what she's having, the greatest line of all time.
Very surprised.
It can be used. Dylan, you said the same thing, right?
Yeah, I did. I would absolutely poke somebody in the chest and say that.
I'll have what she's having.
I would go with I am your father, but I'm
great.
Unbelievable. How many times you said that, Brody?
All the time.
That makes sense. Actually.
I got a lot of kids. Okay.
No.
You Can't Handle the Truth versus I Feel the Need for Speed.
Two Tommy movies back to back, huh?
Mm.
You Can't Handle the Truth is pretty good. I think that's made a more lasting kind of impact on like pop culture. Like it's certainly been parodied in more things.
You can't handle the rodeo burger.
Somewhere out there, Katie Smith is like slowly churning inside.
That was
the rodeo burger.
That was a Carl's Jr. Burger King or something.
Yeah. You
can't handle the rodeo.
I want the truth. But I mean, anytime anybody says anything about the truth, like there's some middle-aged person going, do I get to say it? Do I get to say the line? Am I saying the line? Be honest with me. Not you can't handle the truth. It's gotta. That's my pick.
Are we going with?
It passes the Charlie chest poking test because that's more like
you can't handle the truth. Hey.
Hey. It was Christian Slater all along.
Okay. Then next we have Hasta La Vista, baby. And I'm too old for this shit. I'm too old.
Dylan, what are you going here?
I don't know, because they both seem like they could be parodied quite easily. That's a too old.
This is an easy one.
Really? What is it for you?
Hasta La Vista. Hasta La Vista.
All right. Well, then I will go the opposite way, and I will say that I'm getting too old for this shit, and that is.
I mean, I was leaning that way too. If I was going to poke somebody in the chest, that's what I would probably say.
That's a great. Not only is it a great line, but it's like, but it's just become one of. It's just become like such a fun phrase to utter, and they've even parodied it themselves. It's been parodied in pop culture, and if we were making Lethal Weapon today, someone who is 41 years old would be saying that line. So we'd have to think of some actors that are 41.
And
is Tom Holland 41 yet?
Oh wow.
Okay, so you're both choosing that, right? Lost, Hasta La Vista, Lost.
If somebody says Hasta La Vista, baby, I usually roll my eyes. But if somebody says, I'm too old for this, I'd be like, yeah, all right, yeah, that's good. Yes, you are too old for this.
All right. At least Arnold, the I'll be back, made it.
Yeah, we already gave him one Terminator line. He doesn't need another one.
All right. Okay, next we have I See Dead People. Sixth
Love how you
Sense.
say that. Poke at somebody in the chest.
See dead.
I see dead
I
people.
see dead people. What's the other one?
Versus I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Oh, yeah. I'm going with I love the smell of napalm. Give me some Robert Duvall right over there. I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
From Apocalypse
like
Now.
Victory. I'm not going to do the whole thing because I don't know it. But excellent. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Yeah, I could poke somebody in the chest, Charlie style, and say that one. Just so you know.
Charlie, what do you think?
This is hard. Like the I See Dead People is a great moment at the highlighting an incredible twist that a director will spend the rest of his career chasing. That high will be talked about in a Buzz-like way around water coolers all across America and the world. But just as a line, just as a one-liner, it's not very glib. It's not very. There's no sarcasm dripping with it.
Sure.
It's not something that you'd say to your friends. I guess I don't know how often you're walking up to your friends and saying I love the smell of napalm in the morning, but certainly some of those aforementioned diaper changes. But you know,
when I was teaching, I would walk up to the students and say, hey, if they were like messing around, and then I'd be like, I love the smell of napalm in the morning. And they'd be like, what the hey is napalm? And I'm like, it's this liquid that's like fire and it burns. I've never said that to a kid before, just to let you know. But let me tell you, when somebody says does their little I see dead people, I usually roll my eye. But when somebody is like, I love the smell of whatever it is in the morning, I'm like, hey, yeah, the napalm. It's napalm, but whatever. So yeah, no,
I love the smell of French roast in the morning. Yeah. Plus, if no one's seen the movie and you say I see dead people, they might think you're talking about just dead people that are very cold, like they're icy. True story.
True story.
What?
Like they're icy. They're icy. Icy dead people. Like the end of Titanic, where Jack's like he's a frozen.
Oh man, that took me way too long to register.
Icy dead people.
Okay, next up. If it bleeds, we can kill it. From Predator.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta say it in the right way, man.
Hey, it bleeds. We can kill it. Hey, what's the next? What's the other one?
Versus I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. Allow me to be the first then to say, if it bleeds, we can kill it. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that.
Such a good line. I'm going with that one too.
I've gone up to people and poked them in the chest and been like, "I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too."
Yeah. Apologies to all the Wizard of Oz fans out there.
It's okay.
Bleeds, we can kill.
All right, and last up for this round is there's no crying in baseball versus gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Yeah, I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. You can't refuse that, bro. Come on.
I know which one Charlie's gonna
make him an offer he can't refuse. And then everybody says that. It passes the Charlie poke test. I'm gonna make him an offer. Yeah, that works. Whereas I'm like, well, you could also do there's no crying in baseball. That works. Poke him. You could poke.
You could poke. It could just be because I still play slow pitch softball, but man, do I hear "there's no crying in baseball" quote quite a bit.
Do you really?
And I still love it. I'm gonna go with that. I think it's a great one-liner. Tom Hanks's delivery is so beautiful with it.
It really is.
Crying? There's no crying in baseball. We have to add a little Arnold Schwarzenegger guttural at the end of every quote.
Tiebreaker, Brody.
Well, I gotta go with I'm gonna make him an offer. All right, that's as a one-liner. Yes, as a one-liner, I think better.
How far the American pastime has fallen. There will be some crying in baseball tonight after that decision.
Okay, so we're moving on to the next round. So we've already talked about a lot of these, and we're at 35 minutes. Probably go a little bit faster. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn versus he is Johnny.
Give me the frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, I'll go with that one too.
Oh, I was going with here's Johnny.
You should have spoke up.
Should have.
It's not like it would have mattered. You still would have both chosen.
Dylan was a swing vote. You could have swayed him.
I was.
Was Dylan a swing vote?
I was a swing vote, yeah.
All right. Then we have, you're going to need a bigger boat versus I'll be back.
I'll be back for me.
You're going to need a bigger boat from me.
Oh,
here we go.
Back is like,
need a bigger boat.
I'll be back.
Somehow Clint Eastwood was saying that line. He should have been.
I'm going with I'll be back. I think because it was used in so many things too. He used it a lot.
He did.
It's versatile. It's versatile.
It's true.
All right. Next we have Hail of the Law versus Hails of the King, baby.
Hail to the King, baby. It's tough to go wrong with that one.
I'll go. I am the law just to make Brody the decider again. This is gonna be my new game.
Well, I gotta go with Hail to the King, baby. That is a fabulous one-line. It is so good, just as a line, as a one-liner.
Duke Nukem says that too, you know.
Only after Ash said it.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying. Like, he also said the other things that Ash had said also, but
yeah, Ash Ketchum says it all the time.
All right, gotta catch them all.
Okay, then we have keep your friends close and your enemies closer, and yippee-ki-yay, mother effer.
Give me yippee-ki-yay.
Well, I'll go with keep your friends close.
Why do you keep putting this on me, Charlie? Are you doing this on purpose?
I just said I was doing it on purpose. Yeah, but this one is an obvious yippee. Come on.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Move it along. It's one of the greats.
All right. Say hello to my little friend versus I have come here to chew bubblegum.
Give me my bubblegum.
All out of bubble. As a one-liner, I think bubblegum.
What? Which one?
Bubblegum.
All right, moving along.
What would you have chosen, Chuck?
You'll never know. The world will never know.
Come on, the world wants to know. All right. I'll have what she's having, and you can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
I'll have what she's having to the moon.
Yeah.
I think I'll have what she's
Greatest comedic moment in history.
Okay. Next we have I'm too old for this shit. And I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Give me my napalm.
Give me too old.
Oh. You're killing me.
Hey, that's your choice. You gotta say your opinion first if you don't want to be last.
Yeah.
Think I'm gonna go with napalm.
Napalm in the morning. Give some Robert Duvall.
All right. If it bleeds, we can kill it. And I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
I gotta go bleeds. Bleeds, we can kill it. We can kill it.
Great. Yeah, bleeds for me.
Finally.
It bleeds, we can kill it. Suddenly it's clean.
I also would have chosen it. All right, the next bracket, frankly, my dear. I'll be back.
Those are the two?
Those are the two.
I'll go with I'll be back.
I'll go with frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
I'm going to go with I'll be back.
Wow,
I knew it.
Charlie, I'm sorry. I feel like I keep knocking all your stuff, all your choices out.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Hail to the king, baby.
Oh, now this
Yippee-ki-yay.
is I'm curious to see what you guys pick here.
Hail to the king. Give
This
me my
is tough.
king.
Oh, I'm going yippee-ki-yay.
Come on, Brody. You know what you're gonna pick. Come on.
Hail to the king, baby. Hail to the king, baby.
Wow. An
Right.
upset. I can't believe you guys went against your boy, Bruce.
Oh, yeah, but
I've come to chew bubblegum versus I'll have what she's having.
I'll have what she's having.
I chew bubblegum.
Oh. As a one-liner, I gotta go. What? At this point, what?
Well, I was gonna say, we're too far into the contest now to have a one-liner be as long as that other one is. Too long. Takes too long to say. I'll have what she's having. Snappy, quick to the point. I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, but I'm unfortunately all out of bubblegum. Woo!
I think I'm gonna. This is really. Charlie, I think you might actually have a. It is pretty long to say. I think I'm gonna go with I'll have what she. As just a one-liner. As just a one-liner. Yeah. All right. I love the smell of napalm in the morning versus if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Give me my napalm. I love.
I'm going if it bleeds, we can kill it.
Nice.
Oh, you got it in there
before
I
got it in there before
anything. I'm gonna go with napalm.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Oh man, I thought if it bleeds, we could kill it had a chance of winning.
I know. That's I'm trying to set up. Set up my hair.
Oh come on!
A quote for the win.
Come on, Charlie. Yeah. Oh.
I'm playing the long game.
All right, I'll be back versus Hail to the King, baby.
Hail to the king, baby.
I'll be back.
Oh, Hail to the King. Such a good one.
I think I know. I think I know what's actually gonna win.
I'll have what she's having, and I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, I might actually choose a lot what she's having too.
Yeah, to the next round. Not that it matters. You know what I'm gonna say.
Hail to the king, baby, and I'll have what she's having.
Hail to the king, baby.
I'll have what she's having. Brody, go ahead. Break my heart.
Hail to the king. Hail to the King, baby is our #1 greatest one-liner of all time. I'll have what she's having a close second. Close second.
True. There's no shame in that close second.
Hail to the King, baby is so good. It is so good. And according to Talk Talk Punch, it's the greatest one-liner.
At least for now. At least in this time.
Yeah, we may do this again.
Shenanigans.
This was fun to do. I think we'll do this again.
Nice.
All right.
Well, look,
do you guys have everything else to add?
I will add. Go ahead, Dylan. Go ahead.
I was going to say that since it got #2, I think that I'll have what she's having should go into the next one of these.
Well, we'll negotiate. But look, there was an upset here today, and now there's one upset podcast host here today, and probably a slew of upset viewers who are angry long before the finale.
True.
So let us know some of your favorite one-liners. We loved. This was fun. We'll do it again. So let it. Which ones did we not have on here that you absolutely love? Which one should have been the best? And give us your thoughts. And if you've never seen some of these movies that we talked about, check them out. They're great. They Live is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, Hail to the King from Army of Darkness. You can't go wrong with a little bit of that series. So, hey, thank you for sticking it out with our version of March Madness, and we'll see you guys.
Hail to the King, baby.